Hey, what's up? What's
There we
up?
go. How you doing today, sir?
Good, good. How about you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So today we got well, let me do my introduction. This is Jameel RaSan interview series. Today we have Jakhari Smith. Jakhari, tell them where you're from, how you got into music.
Hey,
Tell them
what's
where you're
up,
from.
y'all? What's up, y'all? My name's Jakhari Smith. Yeah, I'm from Sacramento, California,
Okay.
and I just started about 8 months now.
Okay.
About 8 months ago, my grandfather he passed away in April of 2020, so it kind
Sorry
of
to hear
like
that.
it sparked me to like just start writing a lot.
Mhm.
And then I just started, writing like in a journal like daily and all that. And then yeah, I put my first song out in July of 2021. And then ever since there just like stay consistent, kept dropping, kept releasing, going to performances, like open mics and stuff. And then I met like a lot of like cool, really dope, talented people out here, and we just kept our foot on the throttle ever since.
So, as an artist getting into it, how'd you create? Like, what was your process? Were you just writing a lot at the beginning? Were you going into a studio? Were you having a mic at your house? Like, what was the creation process at the beginning for you, sir?
It was really from home. Most of my music is made from home. I just started like writing a lot, like a lot of verses, and then I started like finding beats and stuff, and just constantly like working on it from home. And then I started like going out to the studio a few times, and I met a few people who had their own like studio setups. And then like I would just go out to them, and then like we would just like work together there, while I'm writing, because like the studio is like it's a totally different like vibe than just doing it from home.
Hmm.
So it's just like it's a cool, like they're both like real cool. Like when I'm at home, I just feel like kind of like safe. I'm able to just like really go deep into like what I'm thinking, like really pour it out while I'm alone. But like when I'm around people, it's kind of like it's just a different vibe. But I started off, all from home. I bought my own equipment and everything, and then I started meeting people who like have studios and access to studios, and it just now I go to the studio more often. It's becoming a lot easier. So.
So, when you were starting out, was it then that you were gaining the confidence to start using some of your vocals? Because I noticed that you kind of not lean on, but you do use your vocals. You intertwine the singing elements into it, whether you're adding somebody else who's mixing in there as well, or if it's just your vocals. Was it just sitting by yourself that gave you the confidence to go ahead and use your vocals, or how did that process come about?
Yeah, it was more like I think because I kind of like I love my writing style and like rap itself, but in my like own like spare time, like R&B is like what I listen to like mostly. So
Okay.
like I grew up on it. Like my mom, like she would play it like all day. That's all she listened to. So like it's I've always loved like R&B and stuff like that, but it was like at first it was kind of nerve wracking because I'm like I don't know how like my voice is gonna be perceived, how I'm gonna sound like when people find out that like I like to sing. Like I just don't know, but I just like gave it a shot. Like I took a gamble at it, and it was like the way I look at it is like as long as I like it, as long as like it's something that I love, then I'm gonna just give it a shot, and then hopefully everybody else will appreciate what I'm trying to do. But really, it was just like constant practice, and like when I write like hooks or like singing parts,
Mhm.
it's like it's different than writing. Like I take a different approach than like when I write a rap verse because it's like it's less words that you have to use, and then you can kind of like stretch like certain sounds out. So it's just like a different process, and I'm trying to get a lot better at it. I want to go like really deep into like R&B and singing and in that lane.
So I'm one of those people who R&B, neo soul helped me learn how to write hip hop as well. So talk about that experience of like how they aren't necessarily the same, but you can learn from like some of the people that maybe influenced you. Like talk about those people and how that helped you with your writing experience, because I can tell that you write in a way that connects the story from beginning to end, and that's something that Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so like a lot of my favorite like artists were like neo soul artists from like back in the early 2000s, like the 90s. Like I said, mainly like in my spare time, all I listen to is like R&B all the time. So like, it was just like cool like music. Soul Child, he's a big like inspiration to me.
Okay.
Donnell Jones is like one of my favorite R&B singers like ever. I listen to like Usher a lot and like stuff
Okay.
like that. So like just those styles. Like one of my favorite like artists that like of the current gen that's actually still like actively making music right now. His name is Brent Fayez. I don't know if you heard of him,
Hmm?
but he's also like in a group called Sonder. So like I
Yeah.
listen to that a lot, and that kind of inspires me. I want to like get a lot better in that style, and like just kind of experiment with it. Like the rap and everything is cool, but I want to be known as more than that.
So if you could work with one person right now, it'd be Brent Fayez, or who would you work with right now?
Yeah, definitely Brent Fires or J. Cole. Like
Okay,
J.
cool.
Cole is one of my favorite like rappers. There's also this other guy. He's based out of like New York. His name is Navy Blue. And I listen to him like every day, like at least once a day. I try to, but like I found out about him through Earl Sweatshirt.
Okay.
I think they used to be like roommates, and they were like they're real good friends. And then like I was listening to Earl Sweatshirt a little bit, and then I found out about this Navy Blue guy, and then I kind of like went deep into like all his music and stuff, and like it's crazy. Like if you haven't heard of him, definitely go check him out.
I definitely will. Okay, so that's like one of the guys you would want to work with. Is he like bars, or is he singing, or what is it for him?
It's He's straight bars, like, but his style is like he reminds me of a lot of like Common. I'm a big fan of Common, and it's like very poetic, and that's the kind of like style that like I like to kind of try my best to emulate. Just like in a more poetic fashion, like when I like write and when I make music and the way I pronunciate my stuff and all that. Like I think like the poetic style is just like you know, you just like kind of feel it a lot more. And that's where my music I just want people to like relate to it and like be able to like feel everything that I'm saying. And like I don't like I think like when I look at like J. Cole or like my favorite rapper of all time is Tupac though. But like a lot of people say like who's the best rapper like ever. Like they always put, say like Biggie or Tupac or whatever. Like technically like as a rapper like skill wise, I think Biggie's like is probably like a little bit better, but Tupac to me, his music just felt I could feel like every single thing he felt. Like it was different. So that's like what I thrive off of, the feeling of the music and the
Okay.
message. So that's what I try to do like with my own music.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's what I tell people is that Biggie was a technically better rapper, but Tupac was like the image of exactly what you think of when you think of a rapper. Like he embodied
Yeah.
what a rapper should be, whether it's the political side or the thug side or whatever side you want. He had it all. So moving forward, what is your plan for your music? I seen that you've been doing a lot of shows. Talk about those shows actually. Let's talk about those shows first. Um, Whether it's the open mics or the shows that you've been doing with Beatnik and things like that, what have you been getting from those shows, and what are those experiences like?
Oh, shows like performances and all that. It's like it's the my favorite part of like making music and starting this music journey is being able to perform and like meet like so many people. Like I've met so many people strictly through performances. It's just like and a lot of people are like now we're collaborating, now we're like hanging out outside of music. Like it's just like it's so beautiful to see. And then like I feel like when I go up on stage it's just like a different side of me comes out. Like it shocks me sometimes, like how I'm able to, because like I remember back in like high school and stuff and middle school, like I would be like nervous to like public speaking was always like a huge fear of mine. So like
Okay.
we would do like group projects and stuff, and I would tell my mom, be like, nah, I'm feeling sick today, like I can't go into them. But it's
Not
crazy.
Jakhari,
Like I
no,
don't know
bro.
how. Yeah, I was like, it's crazy. Like how much. Like I just think there's so much growth like that I see in myself. Being able to go on stage and like perform in front of people and actually just pour out, like what I'm feeling, and people actually like listening and observing it and actually taking it in. Like it's so beautiful to see. And like over the past months, like the first time I ever performed was at my homie Connor's house. He had a jam session and he invited me out. This one I was just starting, and I went almost I went there and I was sitting on the side, and I was just like my heart was pumping. I was like, oh, no. I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to do this, but I just like what I prayed to myself. I was like, you know what? I said, let me just get it over with. Let me try it, and I went up and I rapped, and like ever since then it's been like the greatest feeling ever. Like it's
So,
so dope.
so, I often kind of like have to explain to people what those moments are like, because like I've been to a place where you're at an open mic. You guys' open mic is kind of lit. You guys have very talented people. You guys are supportive of each
Definitely.
other. That's really cool what y'all got. But there's also the other
Yeah.
side of open mics where you don't really know what you're gonna get. And so I've been to open mics where like people are there just to drink and they're talking the whole time and everything like that. Then you go up there and you pour your soul out, and the whole place gets quiet because they can hear
Hmm.
what you're doing, you know? And so, like, what is that like for you? Like, what is that? Because you said that, you know, you started this after your grandfather died. So obviously this is a very emotional thing for you. Even if it's not that every song is about him or every song is dedicated to him, there's still the emotion behind it. So what does that emotion feel like when you're on stage and you just pour your soul out like that?
Man, it feels like it's crazy. Like usually, like while I'm up there, like especially so the first open mic I ever did was at it's called Golden Bear. It's a
Mm-hmm.
bar out here in Sacramento downtown, and I went up there, and it was super nerve wracking. Just because like you said, like a lot of people were talking during people's performances. Like people weren't actually like listen. They were just there to like hear, have a good time. So like when I went up there, I was like, ooh. I said, let me, I said I'm gonna still do it, but I'm just kind of, it just made me a lot more nervous because I didn't know how I would be perceived because the music like that I make and all that, it's not like party music. It's not like turn up music. Like I respect it all, but it's just like that's not the type of music that I started off making. So I didn't know how it would be perceived in this setting. But when I got up there, like you said, everybody went quiet and everybody were actually like listening to everything that I was saying. And then when I got off, a lot of people like came up and they were like, "Yo, like I related heavily to your words and the things that you were saying. Like it just it's so dope." And it's like it's the best feeling that it's hard to explain. It's just like it's a great feeling where people can actually understand what you're saying, and then they can actually relate to it and take it and apply it to things that they're going through. Because we all go through stuff. We're all going through some, and mental health is very serious, especially to me. So like I just want to be able to help somebody who's going through kind of the similar things that I go through, and just be able to like let them know that you're not here alone. You're not fighting alone because feeling lonely is like one of the worst feelings that you could ever feel. So I just try to like inspire and help motivate people to just keep pushing, and it's just like the performance aspect of it. I think it really like it just burdens into people, and they actually can feel everything more than just listening to your music.
So,
Yeah.
talk about where you're growing to. You are very young in this, so there's a lot of room to grow. What are you working on? What is your focus? Like, I know you got everything to work on, but I mean, like, what is your focus right now? What are you trying to get some shows? You trying to put out music? What are you working on right now, man? What's your focus?
Yeah, so I'm working on like new music at the moment. I have a a lot of songs like in the works, a lot of collabs, a lot of people that I'm working with, and just I'm working on like an EP right now. I plan on putting out. I'm not gonna say the date or anything. It's coming in like in a few months. But I'm just working gradually on it. Not trying to like rush it or anything. I just want to, like really just space it out and just make it the best it could be. Um, and I'll also, but like working like as far as like the craft of it goes, I want to get real good at mixing and mastering. That's like a big focus going forward. Also like producing, but I really want to hone in on the mixing and mastering aspect of music right now before I even move on to like that producing, because that's a whole nother focus that you need. And it's like I'm working on making this music and getting these shows booked and all that. It also like puts it into me to work on aspects such as like time management and like also like just normal, regular aspects that you need, because I have to like budget, I have to figure out, when's this and put this into place and make sure that everything is like I'm being the most productive I can with this 24 hours that I have. So like right now I'm just trying to like just work on stuff like that and just get better overall at my craft.
So you said a few different things, so I want to kind of focus on a few of them. Um, Firstly, you were saying that you want to learn how to mix and master and produce. What will
Mhm.
that do? And is being around people in a studio helping you learn that, or how are you learning that?
Yeah, I think so. For the first part of that, that is like it just helping me like mixing and mastering is just help. It's like it's a big thing to be able to help others. Like that's what I want to do eventually, especially like for people who are coming into this not really knowing anyone that is doing it, not really like having any connections with anyone locally, or not knowing like where to go. I want to be like a person that can be there to like help you in that aspect, because mixing is like a huge part of it's to me it's the most important part of a song, really. If it has a bad mix, it's kind of like I mean it's cool, but like if the words and everything is like it's hidden, but the mix is like a huge deal. So like and then just I've met a lot of people who mix and master themselves. Going to the studio helps me learn a lot, because a lot of times I'll go to the studio, I won't be recording, I won't be, doing any of that. I'll just be sitting and watching, how they, mix and the steps that they take and what they actually are listening to. So that's what I'm trying to like really get like good at my ear on what is the best way to make a song like really pop. And the mixing part is like a huge focus. And I'm my last song that I just dropped, Stay Around, I did like I mixed that, my vocals in that. So like it's a big confidence booster as well, because it kind of like puts it in me that I can do it on my own as well. It's always like nice to collab and work with others on stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
to have that confidence that, oh, if I need to, like I can do this, myself, on my own terms, on my own time, and I don't like have to really depend on anyone for this. I think that's like a big like it's a cool thing to do as well. Like that's what it really helps a lot.
So you just mentioned kind of how you want to help other people. Talk about how people have helped you, like either whether it's other artists or the fans. I've noticed that a lot of people will repost your stuff. Other people who are at the open mics, or people who just like your stuff. So like, what does that do for you? How does that help you out? Or what's the ways that people can help you going forward?
It's a huge help. Like all the support, like it's crazy to see. Like I never imagined it getting like as much people like that actually like really really support and share and like and comment every single time. Like it's just it's just crazy to see. And like it's just it's just like it's unexplainable, just how much like love, is there and support is there. And like people I've known for years, people I've just met, over these past few months, it's like genuine support. I don't know if you probably seen like a few like things that I've shared, but my homie Andreas, his Instagram is a new kitchen. But like I met him in November of 2021, but like he's been to every single show. He's been to like he got me my first like paid performance. He's like
Congratulations.
he pushed.
Congratulations. Hold
Yeah,
on. Let's clap that up for that.
thank,
Let's clap it up for that. Go
thank
ahead.
you,
Go
thank
ahead.
you. Like it's man, but he's just every show. He's got me booked for shows. Like in April alone, I have 6 shows so far that are like booked, and he's got me on 3 of them. And it's just crazy the amount of support, new and old, like people that have come into my life. And it's just like the sharing and all that, especially like with the NPR thing. Like I've seen like so many people like come out and like really like post that, and it just like it's so. I'm super grateful for every single one of y'all that has been rocking with me and will continue to. Um, and this Sacramento thing that we're building right now is like everybody is super supportive of each other. Everybody believes in each other, and that's what's needed. We can't being divided. We're not as strong, But when we're together, like there's nothing that can really stop us.
And that's why I'm doing my part to put you guys forward, because I see what you guys are doing, and I wish
Yeah.
that more people would do it. And so I'm showing them like it can be done, and you guys are doing music the right way. That's another thing that was important for me. I was like, you guys got a lot of spitters, a lot of singers, a lot of talent. You guys got a lot of talent all around. So I'm gonna keep supporting you guys, keep putting you guys out there. But just so I can be clear, the best way to keep supporting you is to keep sharing your stuff right now. Keep commenting, sharing.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the best way that I would say. It's just like it's so beautiful, like just to see everything. Like I said, I'm super grateful for anybody who's ever taken the time out to like listen to something that I'm saying. It just, and then all my friends, out there, Beatnik, Connor, Coco, Rudy. I mean, it's like it's. I'm not even gonna name them. There's so many, but it's just like you're gonna see more of us. Like when you see one of us, like the rest of us is gonna follow because it's just like this collabing and all this and like really building these bonds and relationships. Like we're just all like locked in, and it's like it's something that's I'm just so grateful to see how things are shaping up, and I'm super happy for the future and where it's gonna lead. For each one of us, because I see greatness in each one of us. Each of us are in our own lane, doing our own like separate styles, separate things. So like I just see huge things for everybody out here, and then like I want to keep building on it, keep growing, and see where things lead, see where things take us. Yeah.
So I have one last question before we get into if you have anything else you want to get off your chest. But my last question for you, I heard a line in one of your songs that said that you want to make it without committing crimes, or just show people that they can make it without committing crimes. What does that mean to you, man?
It means like to me, like growing up, like a lot of people that I knew, you know, kind of went in a separate route than I was going, and like I was always like very focused like on school and just like I like my family, like we're so tight knit where like there's no room for mistakes. There's no room for getting in trouble. There's no room for running around gangs and guns, and there's like no room for that. Like my family wasn't putting up with that. So like I never was running out, in the streets, and I've never been a part of that. But I knew a lot of people that were, and like I think especially in the black community, like a lot of people who it's just like it. There's so many of us who don't have like positive and supportive like family roles, where we grow up sometimes. And like, I'm just trying to show like with me, like you can be yourself. You don't have to, for my little cousins and my little, the young people out here and people that, are coming of age. You don't have to be in the streets to, you don't have to be hard. You don't have to be gangbang. You don't have to be like selling drugs. There's other ways that you can reach your dreams and your goals that you want to make. And I would just say like, just take the time to like really sit and find what it is that, that you're passionate about, that you want to do, that someone's not pushing on you. And then just work on that. And like, you can do anything that you put your mind to. And I'm a heavy believer in that, in manifestation. And like, I just wanted to like, that line really meant a lot because it's like, I was never a part of that, street life, that gang life and all that. But, I've seen so many that were, and a lot of them feel like, this is it. Like there's nothing else, this is the path that I've chose. I can't reach those goals. I can't reach those dreams, but you can always, it's never too late. You can always go, you can always make a change. And I'm a heavy believer in that.
All right, brother. Is there anything else you want to get off? Anything coming up that you want people to check in on you?
I just want to say thank each and every one of y'all for rocking with me and just supporting me, through thick and thin. I got a lot of shows coming up, so a lot of open mics, shows, and just keep supporting me, keep supporting the clique, everybody that's in this group. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for inspiring me, supporting me, and let's just keep pushing it, keep rocking, keep staying motivated, and let's just keep our foot in the gas, keep going. I got new music coming soon. I'm working on music videos at the moment as well. So yeah, it's a lot of content coming. I'm pushing out, so I just want to say thank you to you. Thank you for having me on this opportunity. This is my first like Instagram live. So like I was
Okay.
I was a little bit nervous, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. So I'm super grateful for this. So thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. I know you're young in this thing. Like I said, I've been doing. Reason I say that is I've been doing it since I was 11. So I've been doing it for a long time, and so there's gonna be ups and downs. There's gonna be moments where you feel like this isn't going the way you wanted to, and things like that. Remember the moments that are great during those times. Keep pushing for those moments. Keep those moments in your forefront of your mind. Let those be the things that keep you going. I think you have a good career in this. I think that the support that you guys have up there is going to be the reason that you guys succeed. So keep that in mind. Keep that close to your heart. I wish you the best, brother.
Thank you. You too, man.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Till next time. This has been Jameel RaSan interview series. See you guys next time. Peace.
Thank you. Thank you.